Hi Virgo, welcome to Starchaeology Tarot. I am your Starchaeologist, Desi, and I am so honored and privileged to give you an April reading that will give you, hopefully provide for you, hopefully a resonant and encouraging message from Spirit. My intention is to deliver a message to you that will align you best with your highest self and highest path, and give you some direction about what is calling for your focus the most right now. What is the thing that needs your attention the most in the month of April? If you have additional intentions you would like to throw on top of that, throw them away. I mean, don't throw them away in a trash. Throw them away. Go ahead. Go throw them on. Throw them on top. Let's start. Virgo, are you seeing these cards? This might be the most intense spread I have pulled so far. We have 4 major arcana cards here: the Hanged Man, the Hermit, Justice, and the World, as well as Ace of Pentacles and 6 of Swords. This is just, you are really in for quite a ride this month, and I think it might be I think it has the potential to be a life-changing month for you, or at least for some of you. 6 of Swords, so 6 of Swords paired with the Hanged Man. This is the situation that you find yourself in now, or that you may have just had, whether it's coming up, either coming up, you're in it, or you've just been in this situation and moving out of it. But I see some of you have made really a great sacrifice in your life right now, something huge that you have let go of, and I think that sacrifice, that letting go, may have taken shape in this refugee card, in actually being a refugee from your old life and moving on to this new world, to this new life. This can be mentally, because this is Swords. Could be a very mental letting go, a mental moving on, this mental sacrifice that you have made, where you have made a very clear decision finally about something that you've been attached to, that you're gonna let go of now. It's done. It's time to move on. This is a life transition. It also could be a very physical interpretation, actually physically moving somewhere else, physically fleeing somewhere else, sacrificing your home, your normal home life, your place in someone else's home, for the sake of your own physical safety or the safety of others. Regardless of what this is a huge sacrifice, and is really requiring great mental effort to let go of it, and to allow this life transition that you find yourself in to naturally unfold, rather than resisting and struggling throughout the process of it. That's the Hanged Man often comes up specifically in times like this. The Hanged Man is like the master of non-attachment. It's being able, it's perfectly illustrated here in being able to just pick up with no possessions, get in a boat, and go someplace you've never been before. Complete non-attachment. And that is not very easy to do in the world that we live in today. We are conditioned to value the material world around us and to allow the material world to give us value and to give us comfort in a way that when we're put in situations like this, where it's like, you need to just drop those things and get out, it makes those situations extremely challenging, because we've placed false value and false comfort in those things, and those things are not us. All we need is ourselves in the boat. All we need is what is inside us to go with us in the boat. And when I say what's inside us, I think you know too, it's the part of us that, what's inside us, it's the part of us that is light, our true selves, our highest selves, not the doubts and the fears and all those swords, all those words that don't actually serve us. We know deep down the difference between the words and thoughts that we need and the words and thoughts that are actually just making the boat unnecessarily heavier. But the Hanged Man, being the master of non-attachment, there is great sacrifice in a painful situation that you've had or are having or are about to go through. And like I was saying, though, you naturally want to resist it and struggle your way through it. There is real value in finding stillness in this new position. And even though it's dark, even though it looks dark around you and you feel as though you are shrouded in shadow and it's scary and confusing, open your eyes, because you might find you have night vision and you can actually learn something from this new perspective, hanging here and waiting upside down. You're seeing the world, you're being forced to see a new world. You're traveling to that new world, and you're being forced to see that new world, your new life. Regardless, you're stuck here either way. So you might as well open your eyes and look around and see what you can learn from that perspective. The Hangman indicates a period of waiting that is out of your control. You feel very much like your life is on hold and you are in this position of waiting for the next thing. And that can feel passive and it can make us feel powerless. The mistake is thinking that we actually are powerless, because we are not. There is great power in stillness. There is great power in waiting, in letting a situation incubate, letting the world around you change. You being still and seeing things in a different way than before you act. There's wisdom in that waiting, because the action you might have taken without it might not have actually served you the way that you hoped it would serve you. There's also just, with the Hanged Man, you can't force an outcome here. You can't force an outcome here. You have a real lesson to learn in stillness. And I say that because not only are you, like, is this Hanged Man card here in your present situation, but in the action and advice position, we have the Hermit and the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, so not only are you forced into this situation completely out of your control of sacrifice, letting go, waiting, incubation, and stillness, but Spirit is actually saying to you, you need this stillness, you need this solitude, because this might be the only thing that will actually force you to go inward, to actually explore yourself, to spend more time with yourself, to live humbly, to do some deep healing. You have to take your life off display. Are you living your life on social media lately? Are you chronicling everything that is happening to you? Does it scare you to be a hermit? Because I think culturally, we shy away from being the hermit. We shy away from isolating ourselves from society. Of course, this is a time where we are all truly being forced to isolate ourselves in society due to the global pandemic happening. But regardless of that, in the realm of tarot, the hermit is a card of great power and benefit. There is a lot to be learned from that card, a lot of wisdom to be gained from this time, specifically for you. More so, I think, than any other sign in this time right now, from what I'm gathering so far in these readings. I mean, we are all forced to be hermits right now, and yet you are the one that actually has this card saying, no, this is an opportunity for you to heal, to do some very deep inner work, deep inner healing, and truly become more self-aware. I think that is an element of this, is becoming more self-aware. You like to, as a Virgo, I mean, you are earth. You need to feel grounded. You need to feel rooted. You can't feel grounded and rooted without, you can only feel so grounded and rooted when you're lacking self-awareness. Self-awareness will only deepen those roots. That's why this is a lifelong task for you. And this specific window is an opportunity to really, really, really go deep within, because you don't have to explain yourself to anyone why you are taking your life off display, why you are isolating yourself. You have every reason to. Now is the time to do it. I also see that, contrary to what you might think, this Hermit card is what goes along hand in hand with that Hermit card is this Ace of Pentacles, a prosperous beginning for you. Giant redwoods once started as a tiny seedling. The seedling is in the middle there, and see how many rings of this tree go out. Talk about taking root. Grounding yourself. This is a time to ground yourself for your future. You are building an inner foundation right now. You are putting roots down right now in the one thing that you can depend on, which is yourself. You take root in yourself right now. If you are really able to do that, your life will grow and branch out in ways unimaginable. You won't need to be a hermit anymore. This is a new beginning for you in the realm of Pentacles, Earth. Again, this is Earth, Pentacles. The foundations of your life are being formed. You are planting new seeds, whether it is your career, your finances, your home life. You're planting new seeds of abundance so that you can really enjoy them later, surrounded by many people, not just alone, but all of that work starts only with you. It can't start with anyone else. I'm hearing that some of you maybe in the past have felt dependent on other people, or felt other people crucial to your grounding. Like you can't build something alone. You're strong enough to build something alone. You have everything that you actually need to build something inside of you. And the sooner that you receive that, the sooner this big redwood will start growing. And that's when people will join you. But nothing starts nothing for you starts outside of yourself. Everything that you want for you always starts inside of you. It doesn't come from some external source. And if you are truly able to embrace this time of intense solitude, I mean, this is, I'm really blown away, you guys, the Hangman plus the Hermit here. I mean, this is a time truly of self-reflection for you, and stillness, and embracing that time. Take up meditating. Like, if you haven't started meditating, meditate. And if that freaks you out, even more reason to do it. This is really the time to start that then. Because you have some self-exploration. You have a journey inside you that is waiting for you. You have a journey inside yourself that is waiting to be traveled by you. It's time you take that journey, and this is the perfect time to take that journey. To do some real self-exploration and do some real healing. I think it will open up your world in a way that you couldn't have imagined inner work could do for you before. If you are able to really do this, I mean, this is the most encouraging part of this entire reading, is the Justice card plus the World. I mean, Justice plus the World. This is, I see a cycle ending for you, something coming full circle for you, and it's putting something right that perhaps has been wrong. You maybe have been wronged in some way, and that is finally coming full circle. I mean, this is Justice plus the World. That is like the recipe for karma. Something coming full circle and also something being made right. This is really wild alignment. You are finally benefiting from the system. And that could be the system, the worldly symptom, the worldly system that we live in. It could be government. It could be the way that your job is structured. It could be the system, a societal system that we have in place, but it also could be just simply the system that is karma, the system of the universe, the love that you have put out coming back to you, the abundance that you have created for others coming back to you. Whatever it is, there are past imbalances that are being addressed. If life has felt chaotic, the scales are about to balance out perfectly. And you're about to enter a period of peace and just, I want to say self-righteousness, not in a bad way, but just being like, I knew that I knew I could do that, or I knew that I was right about that. I knew I had a trust in myself, and maybe that is what you are exploring by going deep into yourself right now. A connection to a deep self-knowing about something. Something maybe that happened in the past, something that you acted on in the past, that you have stuck by yourself throughout, had your own back in. And now you are finally seeing the benefit from that. Now, this is finally coming full circle, and the world is being delivered in your hands. Your new world, the new world that you are sailing to, the new world that you are seeing in the dark, this new world this new world is opening up for you. The gates of this new world are opening up for you to step right in and start living. This is wild. There is completion in this. Closure, I think. It's rare to experience the energy of the world of wanting something so much, achieving it, and then it being done. We often get so caught up in the wanting and needing and struggling for it that once we actually have it, it's like, what now? It's this feeling of being whole. Or if we were going after something that wasn't good for us, we don't experience that wholeness. There's still a big hole, H-O-L-E, not W-H-O-L-E, there in its place. But I see this being paired with the Justice card. I think this is giving you a sense of wholeness that you haven't felt before, a sense of completion. This is something that is right, that is being put right, something good. When you weigh it on those scales, something good that is going to cause you to radiate that beautiful, beautiful energy of this light world, of harmony. That's what that energy is. Harmony of everything in this world just clicking into place and working seamlessly with each other, harmonizing with each other. It's that sense of wholeness. It's hearing the full song when you've only been hearing the soprano part. Justice is swooping in and bringing the alto, and you're finally hearing the whole song. It's in its entirety. You're hearing the beautiful harmonies of this song. You're ending April with this sense of completion and wholeness about your life, and you can carry this with you throughout the rest of your life. It is rooted in the self-work that you do during this time. That feeling of wholeness, of completion, make space for it inside you. Go deep, do the inner work, carve out the space for that wholeness, for that sense of completion. If you find wounds in yourself, close them up so that your inner body can contain what you are about to experience, and it doesn't slip away through those wounds again. Your inner world is the new world you are headed towards, is your inner world, and it is about to be richer and fuller than ever by the end of April. Virgo, this is just stunning. I'm so excited for you, and I hope you know that I fully support you in this hanged man, hermit energy for you right now. If you need someone to tell you that, it's okay to isolate, it's okay to say no to people, it's okay to live an unobserved life right now, because I know that that is hard to do in our culture. I am telling you right now, not only can you do that, that is a noble and beautiful thing to do for yourself right now. And I really, really hope that you do it. This is a really happy, beautiful April. It ultimately unfolds to being, at least, I know that the beginning might be hard for whoever is feeling like as though they have sacrificed something big or had to let go of something big, but just know that letting go, that sacrifice, is what always makes room for this. We have to let go when we want something bigger and better, because we only have so much space in us. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share with anyone you know. Be well, be safe, stay inside, and I literally Love you.